Hello all, it's time for another pickups video, and in this pickups video I have got gifts, I've got CEX and I've got charity shops. Of course I've got some 360, but I've also got a smattering of Sony PlayStation as well, so it's not just all green stuff this time round. So without further ado, let's crack on, and I'm going to start with the gifts because one particular YouTuber has been ridiculously generous. Honestly, his generosity knows no bounds, and that is Gordon of Give84 Gaming. There will be a link in the description, so please do check his channel out. He collects for multiple systems, so there's something for everybody there. But he put a picture of loads of games in a WhatsApp group, and I picked out 4 that I needed. It wouldn't take anything for them, sent them out super quick as well, and it was just amazing. So those 4 games that he kindly sent us are WWE 2K16. So I think of the 2K ones, I just need 17 now. And of the SmackDown vs. Raw ones, I still need 7 and 11. But I've got 16 now, thanks to Gordon. And this is a really nice copy of it as well. We've got the foil there, we've got the sticker on here, which says includes 2 playable versions of the Terminator. And if we open it up, complete with manual, but it's got that in there as well. The codes are on the back, so I'll try those and we'll play the lottery of did the previous owner use them or not. We never know. However, it's in front of the manual, so I'm a little bit worried because that might be a little bit clueless, so they did use it. But we'll certainly try it. We've got a code, we will try it. So yes, another one ticked off the list, and one of the wrestling games down. Only a couple more to go there. Also from that bundle from Gordon was UFC 3 Undisputed, or is it UFC Undisputed 3? I don't know. There we go, Undisputed 3. We'll go with what the spine says. There's some dude kicking some dude in the head. Again, got the foil on. Lovely copy of the game. Nice condition manual as well. Absolutely fantastic. So again, Gordon, thank you very much, mate. That's highly appreciated. And that means I've got all of the UFC games on the 360 now. All 3 of them. I think there's only 3 of them. Yeah, there is. Got all 3 of them now. Thank you very much, Gordon. And then to complete the fact that I've got the Sims 3, I've now got the Sims 3 Pets. So we've got both of the Sims 3 games. And everything's in there as well. Probably won't play this, so there's a code there. I'm not really bothered about that one. But there we go. So yeah, we've got the manual in there. What really consists of a manual, I'm not really sure. But, I mean, I will give it a little play and get some gamer score out of it, because we are doing a little bit of a quest at the moment with all my 360 games. But, yes, nice to have Sims 3 Pets. So we've got both the Sims 3 games out of the way. And the final one from this particular occasion from Gordon was Farming Simulator. And there are 2 of these. I haven't got either of them, so I've got one of them ticked off the list now. And this is really generous because this is a game that holds its value reasonably well. So, yeah, very, very pleased to have this, Gordon. Thank you so much, mate. Seriously, dude. I will try and return the favour one day, but yes, you won't take much, will you? But I will return the favour someday if I can, certainly. Because, as I say, this is the second occasion, the biggest occasion. But another day, he did share a picture of a load of games. And I didn't need any of them, but one of them I spied. I was like, I need a manual for that one. So I just said to Gordon, if that game doesn't go and I can have the manual, please? So he did send us a manual so that my copy of X-Men Destiny is now complete. And sent us a little extra, which I didn't know was coming, which confused me because I was like, I'm not expecting any games at the moment. Why have I got a jiffy bag with what feels like a DVD case in it? I haven't ordered any DVDs or games. What's going on? But to protect the manual, he put it in a copy of Disney Classics Toy Story 2. I guess there's some sort of interactive CD-ROM. And the sad thing about this is that I would actually love to play this, but my laptop probably wouldn't run it if it could. And I say if it could because it doesn't have a disk drive. And yeah, I'd love to give that a bash. So yeah, do you know what? It's a lovely collector's piece. As a lot of people know that watch my channel regularly, I love Toy Story. So yeah, anything Toy Story is always very much welcome. So thank you very much, Gordon, for all your generosity in 2 occasions. I even said to him, don't worry, mate, hold on to the manual. There's no rush for it. And Gordon being Gordon, literally probably sent it the same day because it arrived super, super quick. Literally, generosity has no bounds. Please check his channel out. Link in the description. Also, gift-wise, I'm just going to show you one PlayStation 1 game, even though I could show you more. This comes from the generosity of Big Game Al. I have a little thing for unusual football games on the PlayStation 1. Sort of a game that didn't sort of turn into at least 2, 3, or a whole franchise. So I sort of collect one-off football games for the PlayStation 1. So when Al sent us a picture of a load of PS1 games that he had, I said, did I want any? And I spotted David Beckham Soccer. I wanted it. Like I said, it comes under that category, I believe. I don't believe this had a sequel. So, yes, so he sent us that. But I did actually receive, I think, 6 other PS1 games off-hour, which I'm not going to show you because I'm going to make videos on those and it'll be a bit of a surprise. But don't get me wrong, massively appreciative of your generosity, Al, and I hope the videos entertain you and others because, yeah, it'll be certainly interesting to play those games. We'll leave it at that. So that's all the gifts. There'll be a link to our channel in the description below as well, so please do pop by out and have a watch and drop them a sub if you haven't done so already. That's all the gift stuff done, so we'll pop into sort of charity shop stuff and CEX stuff sort of all mixed in, but yeah, we'll work our way through it. Right, first up is picking up a game I thought I already owned. I did already own in a way, but as a few people know, or you may know if you watch other stuff on my channel, I'm doing a sort of a 360 challenge this year, and part of that 360 challenge is to unlock achievement out of as many games as I own. And I did own Batman Arkham City, and I got to it, and every time I got to a certain spot in the game, it crashed, it froze, and I cleaned the disc, put it in, it froze, tried again, tried multiple times, it froze. Anyway, so it turned out basically my copy of Batman Arkham City didn't work. So lo and behold, I went into a charity shop like a week later, and for £1 I picked a copy of it up. Now, it doesn't have a manual, doesn't bother me because the one that it's replacing does, and it's got the disc in obviously, and it works, this one, because I've unlocked the achievement and I've got further than my original copy would allow me to. I do still have my original copy. It has a lenticular cover, so I'll be keeping that obviously. We'll be slipping the disc in, and I've got a spare case for replacing a smashed up case, because that happens, doesn't it? Right, so that was all I got from the charity shops that day. There were 2 other days to talk about. We'll get to that in a minute. But I did pop into CEX and another game that needed replacing. Yes, we've got halfway through now. We've got halfway through, and I think 4 or 5 games have unfortunately proved to not work in the manner they should do. And one of them was Crackdown. You can actually download this for free off the store, but I need a physical disc for the collection, and I want it to be working. I want every game in my collection to be working. So in the future, once I've got through them all, I'll be playing them straight away, unlocking at least 1 achievement and making sure they're working. We're going to keep up this whole 1 achievement per game thing as we go along, and we're collecting nowadays. But anyway, I went to my local CX, saw Crackdown. My copy of Crackdown physical disc wasn't working, so I saw it for £1, picked it up, nabbed it, went home, tried it straight away. It's got an even better condition manual and paperwork than my copy had, and a better condition disc, obviously, because it works, even though there doesn't look like my disc shouldn't work. That's the horrible thing about it. Luckily enough for me, I was going to say 4 or 5 games have all been cheap, with the exception of one, which is unfortunately is a £10 game. Every other game has been like a £2 game or less. This one was only £1, so I thought I got the chance to replace it for only £1. Got the manual in, it's nice and neat, even though mine's got a manual, I could have just swapped it over. Yep, try Crackdown, popped an achievement in it. There's nothing wrong with my copy here. And the other game I picked up, which I've tested but not unlocked an achievement in, because that's what we'll be doing going forwards now, is a copy of Ice Age for Continental Drift for £6. I've decided this year, I keep saying it, I always keep saying I'm going to focus on the Connect, but I've decided this year I want to try and finish the Connect set off. I don't know how many I've got to go. I've got a fair chunk of them, and I've got a few of the uncommon ones, a few of the tricky ones to get. There's still a couple of pricier ones and trickier ones that I still need to get. But anyway, we've got Ice Age 4 Continental Drift. It was nice to complete in manual. It's that CEX. If manuals on the shelf, you know you're going to get them. So, yep, tested it all, and it works. So we've got another one off the Connect list done, which I'm very happy about. Well, I think everything else is charity shops now, so from 2 different days. So, yeah, one day I went in there, went over to the shelf, didn't really find anything, and then, lo and behold, sat on the counter, which keeps happening in this charity shop a few times. I saw 3 PS2 games, and I saw 4 actually. I left 1 behind, can't remember why I left behind, but 3 of them I picked up. One of the ones I picked up was the last one I actually decided to pick up. I was going to leave it, but I decided to pick up Need for Speed Car because it was only 50p. This one is 100% trade. That's straight away where it's going to. I just thought, you know what, while it's there, it's not got much of a markup. It sells for £4 at CX. They give you cash for 80p, but the trading is £1.40. So I've gained 90p in CX credit, and every little bit helps, as I like to say. But the one that caught my eye straight away, which was on the top of the pile, I was like, got to have that. I want to give this a try before I probably move it on to CX. The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I've never seen this in a charity shop ever before. I can't recall seeing it in a CX, but then again, my mind won't remember PS2 stuff if I have or I haven't. Doesn't have a manual, I know that much, but it doesn't matter. I was going to say, it's something I want to play, and there's something I want to trade in. Don't need the manual to trade them in. It's an £8 game in CX. They'll give you cash for £2 and trade in for £3. So with PlayStation 2 stuff, I like to play it, and unless I really, really like it, it's kind of, I'll play it and move on. It's not something I want to hold in a collection and just leave on a shelf. So that's what I do with PlayStation 2 stuff. But yeah, very much looking forward to giving this a go. Looks a lot of fun. Looks a lot of fun. Have you played it? Is it a lot of fun? Let me know in the comment section below. Why not? And the last one I picked up is because I want to play it, and there's no trading value here at all. But Gottlieb, is that how you say it? Pinball Classics was only 50p. I really enjoy a pinball game, so I saw this on the counter and I was like, it was with I was with a Formula 1 game. That was the one I left behind. It was a Formula 1 game on the counter. I left that behind. I was like, I don't need to play another Formula 1 game on an earlier console. I love playing Formula 1 games, but PS2, I'll leave them alone. Anyway, pinball games I love, so I thought I want to give this one a bash. It's only 50p. It's in really nice condition, actually, and does have a manual. But with regards to CEX, it's a £1.50 game in CEX, so I save £1 on buying it. But a cash trade-in is just a penny, and the trade-in is just 10 pence. So I'll just probably give this away to someone who collects PS2 that for some reason doesn't have it. So, but yeah, I do want to give this a play because, as I say, I do like pinball games, and those tables on there do look very interesting, very colourful, and a lot to do. Look at that one. That one looks batshit crazy, doesn't it? I like that. The ultimate in pinball wizardry. There we go. Sold it to us. Sold it to us. Didn't need to. I want to play a pinball game. The last one from that day came from a different charity shop. And I was just in a charity shop and I saw a copy of Madden 25. And this is sort of a Madden that completes a run, because although it's called Madden 25, it certainly says that on the spine. If you look very small there and very small there, it says 2014. So this is technically Madden 2014, but it's only £1 in CEX. Got it from a charity shop for 99p. So at least I'm giving the quid to charity, or 99 pence to charity, and saving a penny rather than giving it to CEX. But I've never seen it in my local CEX, actually. Not that it's rare, but yeah. So I'm just going to turn around now and just have a look and see what is missing. I've got all the way up to 16, so I think there's definitely 17 and maybe 18 as well. But I've got all the way up to 16 now. This was sort of plugging a hole in the middle. So, yeah, pleased to have that one. Get that sort of a little streak done. So, another day in a charity shop. And the one where I saw games on the counter, I saw one on the shelf and then went to the counter. And lo and behold, there were 3 other games on the counter. So, I picked up 4 games that day. One of the ones that was on the counter was Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and they priced this one up at £1, and the disc is absolutely immaculate. Now, with these 4 games, my initial plan was obviously to buy to trade. However, you know, I like to help out fellow collectors and look after people that look after me. You know, if you can't help but one person that gives you something, I like to think you can perhaps give someone else, and there's a merry-go-round of where we all help each other, sort of thing. But anyway, this is Black Ops 4 on the PS4, as you'll see. CEX sell this for £5. They give you cash for £1.30, I think, and the trade-in is £2. So yeah, I was always going to trade it in if someone didn't want it, but this is definitely going to someone in the community and a very, very good friend of mine who loves his Call of Duty and hasn't got this, so that's where that's going. It won't be being traded in. The one that I saw on the shelf before I saw the other 3 on the counter, so there's 2 more after this to show you, was Buzz, and this is the Schools Quiz Key Stage 2, ages 7 to 11, and there was a whole load of Buzz games on there, and I got my phone, I was checking them, scanning barcodes and stuff like that, and they were all coming up, you know, not worth it, not worth it, not even at 50p, not worth it, not worth it, and scanned this one, and this one is a £15 game in CEX, cash £3 and trade-in of £6. It's nice and complete, in nice condition as well. And I was like, well, yep, we're having that one. But like I've just said to you with the previous game and helping people out, collectors and that, and sort of, you know, helping each other out, goes around in circles. If you can't help someone else out, you can help someone else out who can't help you out, sort of thing. You know, this is going to another collector as well, another fellow tuber. So I'm more than happy to do that. I only pay 50p for it. If it saves him spending 14, 15 quid on this game, then I'm happy to do that. It's not cost me anything. He'll help me out one day, perhaps. I'm happy to help him out. So that is where that is going. And there are 2 more games. 2 more games from that charity shop, and another one that was on the counter, Sonic Riders for just 50p. I didn't even check like the CEX app for this. I was like, it's a Sonic game, it's 50p. Surely it's got to have some markup. It's something I want to give a little try to. Might even keep it if it's a lot of fun, because I do like Miss Sonic. And this one in CEX is an £8 game, £2 cash, and trade-in of £3. So there's a good markup for my 50p there. It's nice and complete in absolutely nice condition as well. And then finally, we will end up on a 360 game. Yeah, okay. Usual charity shop, usual boot sale find of the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. I have had this game so many times and I've moved it on because I'm just like, this game isn't too rare. It's quite common. You get it all the time. You find it all the time. I'm going to keep trading it in and getting the trade-in value while it's still high. You know, when it was double figures, never kept it. It's never been in my collection. So I had a little chat with Ross of Bohoho, and I've basically decided to cave in and finally keep it because it still has good value. I was tempted to trade it in again because it's got a trade-in of £8. They sell it for 12, get cash for 5, but the trade-in is £8. I was tempted to trade it in again. And I've decided this time, you know what, it's time to keep it. It's time to put it in the collection. The disc in this is absolutely mint because a lot of times kids get hold of these, put it just face down on surfaces. They get absolutely beaten and scratched up to hell. So I thought, you know what, this disc is clean. It's in nice condition. Case is in nice condition. I've had some of these water damage before and CEX still take them, but I don't want them in my collection sort of thing. So I finally decided to keep this one, and this one is going into the wall. So there are games going in, and there are a few games occasionally unfortunately slipping out while I do my challenge, but the game total, I've actually remembered to tell you this time in this video, the game total in the 360 collection with the latest additions and a couple slipping out is now up to 908 games. So we are into that final quarter. We are into that final 300 as I made a little video only a couple of days ago for you to have a little watch at, and there'll be more. There'll be final 300 live hunting videos now. That's how I'm going to do it. You might only see 2 or 3 games at a time, but you'll see a little bit out and about footage and some stuff on shelves in shops and things like that. I'm going to the London Game Market this coming Sunday. Hopefully I get this published before then, and yes, we'll be adding to the final 300 at the London Gaming Market, hopefully, surely. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, hitting a thumbs up would be awesome. YouTube likes it when you do that, and so do I. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do take care.